Gold hitting new highs again this morning. Today, a gold miner predicting prices could go to $5,000 an ounce. Robert McEwen is chairman of U.S. Gold. His company's shares have more than doubled so far this year, up 117%. Mr. McEwen, good to see you. We appreciate your taking the time. And to give you credit here, I believe you first made this forecast on gold going to $5,000 a couple years ago, and since then, obviously, gold's been on this big run upwards. So, you sticking with that, and do you have any sense of when?
It's probably 4 years out, and yes.
Wow, only 4 years out. So what happens to get there?
Gold is underrepresented in everybody's portfolio. Probably 1.5% of the equity capital invested is in gold. And yet gold has outperformed the Dow and the S&P 500 significantly in the last 10 years. And people are going, why isn't it in my portfolio? Why hasn't my broker, my advisor, put some in here? Because everything else is performing poorly.
What will drive gold to 5,000? What is driving gold now?
What's driving gold now is concern about the financial system, the economy, and the value of currency. Gold moved in dollar terms from 01 to 04, just in dollars. Since 04, it's been moving in all the major currencies, and it's up almost 400% against all the major currencies.
All right, but have we reached, or did we reach an inflection point? Because the reason I ask is, you know, the U.S. dollar has looked not too great for decades. We've been running up deficits for decades. And yet only in recent years has gold finally perked up. As Aaron pointed out, on an inflation-adjusted basis, it still hasn't reached its old high, which in nominal terms is about $800 an ounce in the very early 80s. However, viewed over the last 10 years, it's done remarkably well. But my question is, I wish I understood better what is driving it so I could make a rational judgment as to whether I think it will continue to be driven.
It's all about confidence in the currency. There's less confidence today in the dollar, in the euro, in the pound, in the ruble, and people are going, well, where else can I put my money?
Yeah.
When you talked pre-interview about burying your money in your backyard in 07, that was the first time in my career that I can remember when you had to be concerned about where you kept your money. Prior to that, if the market went down, you just put it in a bank. But starting in 07, when the subprime blew up, people went, wait a minute, the banks aren't even safe. So where do I put my money? And gold is that it's a currency. Yeah. It's been used for thousands of years.
Well, you can see that at least that the gold market is, I think more than other markets, has these elements that don't meet the smell test. You've got companies selling gold at ridiculous prices. I'm not going to mention it. One of them is even our sponsor. But, for example, if I want to own physical gold, I'm going to pay what? $100 premium per ounce?
There's some processing costs attached to it.
Well, processing costs, shipping and handling. Come on, give me a break. I mean,
You can buy it from many sources. You're just going to the wrong place.
There you go.
All right. I wish we had more time because I'm not poo-pooing owning gold.
Gold went. You could go mine some yourself at the Red Lake Mine in Northern Ontario. He discovered it.
Gold went from $40 to $80 or $800 from 70 to 80. That was a 20-fold increase. If you apply that to the low of 2001 of 250, that was a 30-year low now, you're at $5,000.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Right.